We are joined by a very special guest here in our studios. Welcome in Tennille Adams, the Wright State women's basketball associate head coach, of course, a former Razorback great who helped lead the team to a 1998 Final Four, the lowest seed to ever make it that far in a tournament. Thank you for joining us, Tennille.
Thank you for having me.
So let's start off first by saying Wright State, you guys won the Horizon League championship, and now you're going to the tournament. How did it feel to be able to make it this far and go to the postseason?
It feels amazing, and it feels amazing more so for our players. I think as a staff, you're kind of relieved. You understand the pressures of the season. You want it bad. You want it bad for your players, and so for our team to have that opportunity, to beat IUPUI in a very tough game, to even beat Cleveland State, who have been playing well, and they beat us the year before during the Horizon League tournament and kind of killed our chances to repeat as back-to-back champions. So this was a bit of a redemption for us. We knew IUPUI was going to give us everything that they had. So to go there and to go to Indianapolis on IUPUI's home turf and be able to pull one out was big for us. And so we're pretty excited.
And you guys held a selection show. You invited members of the community. You guys knew you were in, but you didn't know who you were playing.
Yeah, we
So when you were running through that selection show and you saw your name pop up next to your alma mater, Arkansas, what went through your mind? How did you react when you saw that was your first round matchup?
I was excited. I was excited for our players and our staff, and then I was like, "Okay, let's go." It's my alma mater. Let's go. And I was really excited for Arkansas as well. Let me put that out there. Just being an alum, that was huge for them. So it was some dual excitement there as an alum for Arkansas and also for Wright State and our ability to go out there and try to compete.
So let's dive back. All right, we'll go to 1998. The Razorbacks enter the tournament as a 9 seed. And
Mhm.
then you guys go on a run, beating blue bloods like Kansas and Duke. In that Duke game, you had that historic putback rebound that propelled you guys into the Final Four, the lowest seed to ever make it to a Final Four in NCAA women's history.
Mhm.
What do you remember about that Razorback team and about that tournament?
I tell you what, I was thinking about it earlier today, and Coach Blair could probably tell this story better than I could. I remember before the selection show, it was a battle between us and LSU, right? I think we had the same record, and either we were going to get in or LSU was going to get in. And Coach Gardner was fighting tooth and nail and trying to get LSU into the tournament, and we ended up getting that bid as the ninth seed. And we were excited. It was our first time being there. We didn't know what to expect, but I tell you what, with every win, we gained more and more confidence. Before every game, I remember the commentators saying, "Hey, this is Cinderella's last dance. They're gonna lose. Kansas may be it, Duke will be it." And to just be able to make that run and just kind of defeat those odds, it's just exciting. I have goosebumps thinking about it right now. We were led by Satia Messer and Christy Smith, excuse me, who led us all the way. And we just kind of rolled on their shoulders and made it to the Final Four.
What was it like playing in that Final Four game?
It was huge. The thing about it is we drew Tennessee, who we played already. We knew that that was going to be a tough game, but we were still excited. We were excited to represent Arkansas. We were excited to represent the SEC. And we were. It was about putting the Razorbacks on the map. Nobody really knew who we were outside of our conference. So to be able to do that in that fashion as the number 9 seed, that was pretty big for us.
Yeah, it's hard to defeat a Tennessee team who was the eventual champions in that tournament, 39-0 on the season as they ended that one. What you mentioned Coach Blair, what did your time at Arkansas mean to you playing under Coach Gary Blair and maybe stuff that you take with you now?
Just that it was a valuable experience. I'll tell you what, and I think Coach Blair does it a lot now. He was really big on the student athlete experience. No matter where we went, where we traveled, it was always about exploring the culture of wherever we were. When we were in the West Regional, that entire 2 weeks we were there, We were in San Francisco. We went to Alcatraz. You know, he wanted to make sure that we experienced things there. When we went overseas and we did our international tour, it was about just being immersed in the culture. Everything was a learning experience with regards to him. And sometimes during that time, you're like, this is boring. Why are we doing this? This makes no sense, you know, when you're young and you just want to go take a nap after you finish practice. But for him, it was about, hey, let's get out here, let's see some things. Because, you know, if it wasn't for basketball, who knows what my experiences would have been. And he afforded me that opportunity, took a chance on me, allowing me to, offer me a scholarship to go to Arkansas and do some great things. And, you know, I appreciate him for that, for believing in me and giving me that opportunity, you know, to help do some special things there. You know, when he got there, you know, Arkansas was a good team. They were a solid team. Coach Shiree had done a tremendous job. She was a great ball player there, and to just be able to pass the torch to us, and Christy Smith and Satia and Celia Anderson and some of the others, and Amy Wright. Amy came right after we went to the Final Four, so she passed that torch to us, and we tried to get that thing going. And you know, and I think Coach Neighbors has done a fantastic job, just representing Arkansas and what it means to be a Razorback. He gets it.
Now, this Arkansas team has really built themselves up in the past 3 seasons. I know recently you've probably been watching a lot of film on them to get prepared, but have you
Mhm.
followed along with their recent success through the years and especially this year?
I have, and it's interesting. This year, you know, I watched a lot of their games just as an alum and as a fan. You know, I found myself, I'm like, my gosh, are they on TV again? And every time they were on, I found myself watching and just kind of just being able to cheer and be a fan for those guys, and just to see just the type of success that they had, the way that they were playing. And I know Satia will be mad at me, but I watched the Baylor game. I watched the tough UConn win. You know, they lost some tough games to A&M and M and to Georgia, but to just watch those guys battle, it just really made me proud. You know, and I found myself calling some of my former teammates and saying, "Hey, man, this is what it was always about. You know, this is why we went. You know, this was our vision. This is what we saw. This is what we believed in." And so to see those young women out there just really, you know, representing the Razorbacks like that, it just really makes me proud.
Now, I don't know if there's been any overlap between you and Mike Neighbors, because I think he got there
Mhm.
maybe a year after you did, but do you
Mhm.
have a relationship with him at all? Have you ever spoken to him before?
Yeah, absolutely. I remember Coach when he was there, helping Coach Blair, and just along the coaching trail. I've been doing this for quite a while. You know, I bumped into him and talked with him during his time at Xavier. Coach Neighbors has this kind of like a blog or an email chain where he's always sending out basketball information, and so I'm a part of that email. And you know, he's just really immersed into the game, and you know, he has a great knowledge for the game. So when I have a chance to pick his brain about some things, I do. I reach out, and you know, they have a big win. I never hesitate to give him a quick text and tell him congratulations, good job.
Last question for you, Tennille, is 23 years later, how excited are you to finally share a court again with Arkansas? Now you'll be on the other bench, but you'll be able to share a court again with
Mhm.
Arkansas in an NCAA tournament. How exciting is that for you?
It's really exciting, you know, but I'm excited. Again, I'm excited for our girls. I'm excited for them to go up against this caliber of talent. You know, I think that we're good. I think that we have a chance. You know, I think that our girls have earned the right to go out here and play against Arkansas. So as excited as I'll be to see Arkansas, I'm equally and even more excited for our young women to go out there and compete.
Tennille Adams, member of the 1998 Arkansas women's basketball team that had that magical run into the Final Four. Coach, thank you so much for joining us.
All right, thank you.